Everybody loves a great TV quote, from The Simpsons and Sherlock to Doctor Who and Star Trek and Breaking Bad and Yogi Bear and everything else in between. I've picked some of my favourites today so we can go on a journey into some of the best TV quotes ever said. Ever said? Ever spoken? Ever done. Anyway, it's the best TV quotes. Let's go. Don't! Hello and welcome to Screen OD. I hope you're having a good day. Thanks so much for tuning in. If you're new to the channel, my name is Tim. I'm an editor and a journalist, and I've been talking and writing about TV, movies and the entertainment industry now, well, for about 15 years. If you're not new to the channel, thanks for coming back, and you didn't need that intro, but you got it. Anyway, can you just let anyone new know how great it is being a subscriber to Screen OD? And if you are new and you do subscribe today, please write in the comments below, I subscribed, so I can say hi and I can learn a little bit more about the kind of TV and movies that you like. Right, what are the best TV quotes of all time? Well, everyone will have their favourites, and I've got some of mine in the list. So let's start our journey into TV quotes that will, well, they'll get stuck in your head probably.
I am not in danger, Skylar. I am the danger. A guy opens his door and gets shot, and you think that of me? No. I am the one who knocks.
Walter White's I am the one who knocks, I am the danger routine from Breaking Bad. Vince Gilligan's modern classic drama is certainly one of the best TV quotes of the last few decades. The way that Bryan Cranston delivers it to Anna Gunn, who plays his wife Skylar on screen, is just pretty much perfect. So that's why it needs to be considered for the list. I've considered it and it's on the list.
You slept with someone else?
We were on a break, okay?
Oh, I'm sorry. Were you speaking to me or sleeping with someone else?
We were on a break.
Oh, you know, Ross, why don't you just put that on your answering machine?
Could there be any more quotes in Friends that people remember? Well, it was a sitcom that ran for 10 years and is still remembered as one of the greatest of all time. It was filled with one-liners and catchphrases and quotes that are very memorable. But one that followed Ross around a lot, and you still hear people saying today, is "We were on a break."
It's bigger on the inside.
Is it? I noticed.
Fans of the BBC's long-running sci-fi show Doctor Who will know that the TARDIS, the time-travelling machine that the Doctor goes around in, has a special property. It's, yes it is, as we've just heard, bigger on the inside. And that's a theme that just won't leave the Doctor alone as he travels through time and space. It's a phrase that you'll hear said time and time again, if you'll excuse the pun.
You were making this harder than it has to be.
That's what she said.
Comedy is a place where the mind goes to tickle itself. That's what she said.
That's good.
If you are a fan of the US version of The Office, you'll know that Michael Scott, who is the manager of the Scranton branch of the Dunder Mifflin Paper Company and played by Steve Carell, is very fond of a certain phrase that he uses again and again and tries to shoehorn into every conversation. It's incredibly juvenile and it's, well, that's what she said.
So this time next year we'll be millionaires.
Eric Del Boy Trotter is one of the most iconic creations in British comedy, the brainchild of John Sullivan, the late great creator of Only Fools and Horses. He has a phrase that he uses throughout the series, an ambition, something that he is always aiming for. This time next year, he'll be a millionaire. Now, I'm not going to tell you what happens in the series if you haven't seen it all, but let's just say if you don't have a dream, you'll never have a dream come true.
I'll see you in another life, brother.
Listen, I'm not going to explain to you everything that happened at the end of Lost and what it all meant, mainly because I don't know. But what I can tell you is that everyone enjoys the recurring appearance of Desmond throughout the series, with what is one of the great TV catchphrases. I'll see you in another life, brother.
Oh, God, what are we going to do?
Don't worry, Mr. B. I have a cunning plan to solve the problem.
If you're a fan of British comedy, you will know about Blackadder, a series that goes through different time periods and gives us one of the best sitcoms that has ever been made. Starring Rowan Atkinson as Blackadder and Tony Robinson as Baldrick, his servant in different eras. One thing that Baldrick always has is a very cunning plan.
Scotty, beam me up.
Now, Star Trek is one of those shows and franchises that has a huge amount of lines associated with it that people will quote. And I know that that clip that you've just seen is from a film and not from a TV series, but, you know, it is what it is. But when you could choose things like to boldly go where no one has gone before, what do? Well, you go back to the one that people still say all the time in lots of different situations. It's a TV quote and a film quote that continues to be used everywhere. Beam me up.
Get out, I need to go to my mind palace.
It's elementary that there would be a Sherlock line on here, but the line I've chosen isn't elementary, as you may have guessed from the fact that the clip didn't have that in. It was about going to the Mind Palace, and that is, of course, something that we hear Benedict Cumberbatch, who plays Sherlock in this modern retelling of the Sherlock Holmes stories, say quite a lot. Oh my God, they killed Kenny is a phrase that has transcended South Park. It's obviously something that fans know, but it's also a phrase that you hear people using who've never seen the show and they don't actually know why they're saying it. That's how good a catchphrase and quote it is.
Aha! Back of the net. Cashback. Kiss my face.
Alan Partridge is one of the great comedy creations from Britain. He is a TV host, he's a radio host, and he is a raconteur. He's played by Steve Coogan, and he has many catchphrases. The lead one, of course, is aha, which you'll hear him say on his series as he goes about his broadcasting. But he has so many, I had to include a few others. Spice World.
I've made a huge mistake.
Fans of Arrested Development will know that there are lots of catchphrases and quotes in the quirky Fox and then Netflix sitcom. However, Job is constantly making huge mistakes, which I think is why it's included on the list. But it's also worth remembering that there's always money in the banana stand.
Because I'm smarter than the average bear? Yeah.
Just classic Yogi Bear. I mean, I don't think there's anything else needs to be said. Classic Yogi Bear.
Good night, Mama. Good night, Ben.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, Mama. Good night, Daddy.
Good night, children.
Good night, Daddy. Good night, Elizabeth.
Good night, John Boy. Good night, Jim Bob. Good night, Jim Bob.
You say infuriating, I say comforting. Now, everyone's got their own opinion on the ending of the Waltons, but one of the most iconic TV shows with one of the most iconic endings for every episode is a quote that you will hear people using all the time as a bit of a joke in the evening. Now, I enjoy it. It takes me back to an era when I used to watch TV and think, oh, I wonder what's on next. And there wasn't normally very much because it was the days before the internet and streaming services. However, today you've got lots of other things to watch. So you should go check out all the best stuff to watch on the Screen OD channel. And of course, if you haven't already, do subscribe to the channel. And if you like this video, please do like this video. I have a message now from Porky Pig before we go.
That's all, folks.